Jochebed and Miriam versus Pharaoh. The Bible contains many accounts of ordinary people that became heroes for God, and also ordinary people that became villains and opposed God and his followers. Today, we learn about two heroes, Jochebed and Miriam. Imagine you have a new baby coming to your house. What are some of the things you might need? Here are some ideas, but the words are jumbled. See if you can work them out. Nappies. Cot. Clothes. Pram. Dummy. Moses basket. Perhaps some of you don't know what a Moses basket is. Here's a picture of one. Not everybody has them. But the word Moses basket comes from a very famous event that occurred in the Bible. And so we're going to have a look at that story now. Today we meet a hero family. A Hebrew man named Amram married a lady called Jochebed, and they had a daughter, Miriam, and then a baby boy, Moses. The Pharaoh didn't want Hebrew baby boys growing up and trying to take over his country, so he made a law that all the baby boys should be killed. Jochebed and Miriam came up with a brave plan to save Moses. The plan would involve the River Nile, the longest river in Egypt. Here are some pictures of the river today.
A man from the Levi tribe married a woman from the same tribe, and she later had a baby boy. He was a beautiful child, and she kept him inside for 3 months. But when she could no longer keep him hidden, she made a basket out of reeds and covered it with tar. She put him in the basket and placed it in the tall grass along the edge of the Nile River. The baby's older sister stood off at a distance to see what would happen to him. About that time, one of the king's daughters came down to take a bath in the river, while her servant woman walked along the riverbank. She saw the basket in the grass and sent one of the young women to pull it out of the water. When the king's daughter opened the basket, She saw the baby and felt sorry for him because he was crying. She said, "This must be one of the Hebrew babies." At once, the baby's older sister came up and asked, "Do you want me to go get a Hebrew woman to take care of the baby for you?" "Yes," the king's daughter answered. So the girl brought the baby's mother, and the king's daughter told her, "Take care of this child, and I will pay you." The baby's mother carried him home and took care of him. When she was old enough, she took him to the king's daughter, who adopted him. She named him Moses, because she said, "I pulled him out of the water."
Moses had a very unusual start to his life. But thanks to the bravery of his mum and sister, he was able to be rescued, and he grew up in a palace, like an Egyptian prince. Eventually, though, he discovered that he was really an Israelite, and that God would have an important plan for him to lead and to save his people. We all grow up in different ways too, don't we? Some of us have big families around us. Some of us have many different people caring for us and helping us. But all of us are precious and valuable to God. And Christians believe that whoever we are, God has a special plan and a purpose for each one of us. And we'll finish with a prayer. Loving God, we do thank you for the way you rescued Moses and the way you had a plan for his life. Thank you that we know that you have a plan and a purpose for each one of us. Amen.
Come to know and to believe the love that God has for us. So we have come to know, and to believe the love that God has for us. God is love. 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 Yeah.
So we have come to know,
and to
believe the love that God has for us. So we have come to know, and to believe the love that God has for us. God is love. God is love.
God is love. God is love. God is love. God is love. Yeah.
What heroes Jochebed and Miriam were. But the whole Bible leads to the greatest hero of all, Jesus Christ.